For the lab assignment, what you are going to do is you're going to create a new program called BMI, and then you're going to take the code that I have here, and you're going to copy it and paste it. And I put in comments to kind of help you determine where to put your try and catch blocks. But you can see I've got create try block, so this is where it needs to start. This is where it needs to end. And then you'll put your catch block below that. And then the only other thing you really need to do is change this error message into a throw statement. So you'll say throw new exception. Okay, and then you'll have to create a try block or a catch block that catches the exception. Okay, so that is what you need to do here. And then for this one, you're going to create a new program called Bank Exception Handling. And so here is the code that you are going to be copying and pasting into that. And then I'm showing you here where the code should be, all of this code should be inside your try block. And then you need to add some error handling to make sure the values added to the beginning balance size and the temporary check are valid numbers. So you're going to do the while loop. That was what I would recommend. And I do have an example of the while loop here. I mean, it is sprinkled everywhere in the key points, and there's an example of it here. So you need to make sure that those values are valid numbers. And then inside the for loop here, you need to modify that to make sure that the temporary check is greater than 0. And if it's not, you need to throw an error with a message that the check cannot be 0 or negative. And then you need to do another little check here to make sure there's enough money in the bank account. And you can see I did try to put in some comments, where these checks need to be, where you need to code them. So you're going to modify this to make sure there's enough money in the bank account to subtract the temporary check. If there's not enough money, you're going to throw an arithmetic exception with an out of funds message. Okay, and so that's all going to be in your try. And then you're going to do 2 different catch blocks, one for an arithmetic exception and one for a generic exception. And then after the catch blocks, then that is where the remaining code is going to be. Okay, and so here is a couple examples of the program running, just to give you an idea of what that would look like. Okay, and so that is the second exercise. And then once you are done with both, you will either copy and paste the code individually into the Dropbox, or you can put them in a separate file and submit them that way.